Those are wide here. I'm going to offer KGS calls at 45. That's Kodiak. We put that trade on for Alpha Shark Plus. So KGS offered at 65, best offer in the world. Actually, they're offered at 60 right now. DRS higher, HNRG higher. I can have some HRNG hot calls offered out. Just have an offer out. I'm going to put a couple at 40. And then I'm going to offer them at 60. NTNX higher today. I'm going to offer those calls out at 140. Most likely won't get filled to those. Take a couple of days off. I didn't run the room on Fridays, and then, in theory, I took off yesterday. Yesterday was the second day off. I think I've taken off all year. I haven't ran the trading room on my birthday, so I like to give you as much AK time as humanly possible. Look at Goose, GOOS, on fire today. Intel higher. NVIDIA's earnings this week. If I do take a trade for NVIDIA, it'll be based on what Mark tells me to do. Because Mark is kind of my earnings guy. SKE higher, NTNX higher, KGC higher, Corsair up a little bit, BRBR up a little, BJRI higher. I'm going to offer these at 45. Pre-now will start the day pretty flat. Futures down 2.5. I have to send something out for a 10 out of 10 here. So 10 out of 10 update. 10 out of 10 update. I bought back all my BJRI stock at 33.80. So long, the BGRI calls, 10/17/2025, 40 calls for 30 cents. Or if you took profits off, trade is over. So BJRI, guys, I'm going to send out a signal here for 10 out of 10. That is now sent into the stratosphere. BJRI. I'm going to 20 bid on these two. Futures down a point. I have to reconnect my account here. I sold the SMG the other day. I sold PR the other day. I sold a lot of positions the other day. I just thought it was an opportunity to get out of some positions. We have an option hacker signal in BNS 62.5 in September, guys. BNS 62.5 in September. BNS Bank of Scotia. Bank Nova. I'm not taking these here. In BNS, guys. So BNS calls being bought. BNS stocks up $3 today. I also don't like to take stocks. I prefer to take stocks when they're down. So let me send this 10 out of 10, and then I'll give you this signal here. BSY up 7 cents, and nothing really due to here in BSY. We're going to look at RSI, Relative Strength Index. AK live from Sicily. And I wish that Sicily was a country, because Malta is now I have to look it up. I think it's my 78th country I've been to. And then I'm going to Bosnia and Macedonia, which will be, I think that gets me to 80 countries total. I have to look at my list, which is pretty, for me, that's exciting. I collect countries like bumper stickers. Okay, so BJRI, we're going to have an update here. Then we have 2 option hacker trades. I'm not taking either of these. P&L today, I'm down $53 to start the day. Now I'm up $46. Test. Sound should be good here. Option hacker. Buyer of BNS 919 2025 62.5 calls for 20 cents in BNS. So BNS calls being bought here in BNS. BNS calls being bought, and then we have DJT calls being bought. I'm excited to eat some pasta and some pizza tonight. Pizzeria. So DJT calls being bought. I'm not going to take either of these as official signals. So DJT calls being bought. Meta down 2. Meta's actually looked pretty weak here. Google down $1.40. Apple down. The VIX is higher today. Who knows why? Sometimes the VIX actually goes up. KGC, I have calls offered out. I actually really like those. I wish I got those cheaper yesterday. January calls in SKE. I'm going to offer these at 160. I actually have a pretty big position, but that's a January position, so it's not going to really fluctuate that much. Samsora down, DRS higher, CXW lower, BJRI moving up here. I have an offer out at 45, 30 bid at 45. P&L, I'm down $15 today. RSI is the next thing we're going to look at. We're going to look at that here in a minute. Yesterday, I think we sent a lot of signals out. BSY unchanged. Bentley Systems. That's a December position. In my opinion, December is so far away. BSY is my biggest dollar amount risk position. I have about $3,000 of BSY calls. I would add to that position around 80 cents, and I'd add again at 40 cents. AKRO, I was actually looking to buy more calls than that one yesterday. Did not get filled. September 55s, I will go 60 bid here. Target would be 80. That'd be a trade for personal portfolio. I thought I was going to get filled here. I'm going to go 55 bid here. My target would be 80 then. AKRO, I'm going to go 55 bid. RSI, Relative Strength Index, I'm going to look at that in a second. So we have a personal portfolio possible trade here. Goose on fire. Can take Goose off here. NTNX higher. I bought calls on that one yesterday. They're 105 now in the October 85s. Has an HR of $1.83 a day. I'm going to remove that from here. I'm going to remove KGS. The gremlins keep taking over my screen. We take it back. So the only thing I've seen is BNS calls and DJT calls. I'm not taking either of these. GoPro calls being bought. Futures on 5.5 now. I have to go into here and get into my, what is this called? Peatbot. Peatbot. Please blow this thing up. I've been doing an auto trade system on Peatbot. I have to reconnect over the weekend. It doesn't connect. Click to connect. Schwab. Futures on 4.25. Planets here down again. NVIDIA down. NVIDIA with earnings this week. NVIDIA implying a 6% move, so about a $10 implied move in NVIDIA. They came out with a new chip. Their new chip is called the Thor. $143,728. Futures on 3. We'll look at that. The money straddle, at the money calls, at the money puts. I'm implying about, if I had to guess, about an 18-point move. A lot of Teledoc calls trading here, guys. TDOC 8.5 trading here. TDOC 8.5 trading here. TDOC 10,000. 10,000 TDOC calls being bought. Every time the Gremlins take it away, I have to now put it back on. So TDOC, 10K of the 8/29/2025, 8.5 calls trading here. Around about 6 cents. I'm not taking these with my money. DRS is higher. Howard Lutnick came on and said that the government might be interested in taking stakes in the defense companies, possibly while DRS is higher. I don't know. DJT. Gremlins, stop taking my screen away. It's like a battle with the Gremlins. Tesla down. Tesla 346. KGS, I do have an offer out. I know I'm trying here, guys. The internet in Sicily is not as cracked up to be. I was playing with the internet last night, and I was like looking at the signals, and there was a lot of, my internet was good last night. Who's going to Greenland? Someone told me they're going to Greenland. And I thought you couldn't even fly to Greenland from New York. I was from New York. KGS, I'm going to go 30 bid here. That'd be a 10 out of 10 entry. On October 40s and KGS. What's it like there? I really want to go. So KGS, I'm bid here in the market. I just want HRNG to go up like $10. That'd be fun. I'm up $17 right now. Biggest loser is KGS. Biggest winner is HNRG. SKE higher. ON unchanged. We're going to go to the RSI, Relative Strength Index. We're running about 25 scanners in the background. It's a nice place to visit for a day. I didn't even know you could fly there. SPY at the money straddle, so at the money calls, at the money puts for today. The 643 straddle is $1.80, so 18-point move implied between now and the end of the day. Now in the end of the week is implying a 70-point move. So 18-point move between now and the end of the day. 70-point move between now and the end of the week. So those are your implied movements. Obviously, the market can move more or less at any time period. NTNX, October calls are 91.10. I'm at 140. RSI, Relative Strength Index. Let's run a scan functionality for that. First 15 million candles about to close. And wow, EH getting crushed on it. Is that at earnings? Oh, EH. Etsy, guys, 15-minute bar. Etsy's oversold. So we're going to keep an eye on Etsy here. I don't know if they had news. EH and Etsy, guys. EH and Etsy for RSI. If you're a member of that service, you will get Etsy. and EH. So Etsy, ETSY. That's going to be your main one to look at here. If you're an RSI member, if you're not an RSI member, you can always add that to your subscription. So RSI candidates for today, EH, but post earnings. So not taking it. So only look at Etsy, guys. So one possible candidate for today, not an official signal until we get that reversal candlestick in Etsy. Etsy. Gremlins. I was told if I go to Sicily, the internet's going to be terrible. That was what I was told. Yesterday, my P&L all day was pretty much flat. I think I ended up making like $400. I made money in BSY. BSY is up 22 cents today. Those are 140, 160. My P&L right now is down $50. Yesterday, I don't know, I made like 300. KGS is my biggest loser, but I can flip at any point in time in the October 40s. BJRI 3040 here. I'm battling the gremlins, as they say. So just chilling here, guys, waiting for an opportunity. You're just pretty much unchanged here. Down 5 and a hook. Are you going to fly from New York to Greenland? That's fun. I have to look. I want to look at my Instagram right now, and I'll let you guys know how many countries I'm on. So Seoul was country. Okay, so Japan was country 76. So Seoul 77 and Malta 78. So Bosnia will be 79 and Macedonia will be country 80. And there are 195 countries in the world. I think 100 is a good goal in life. Took off IMAX the other day. BJRI starting to move up here. They're 30-40 on those calls. I have an offer at 35. P&L is now up $80. Ah. I took off SMG. On Friday, I took off a lot of positions. I just thought a lot of stocks ran up because of that news, and I thought it was an opportunity to sell them. And then I reestablished some long positions yesterday. And every long position I reestablished yesterday is technically up today. Pinterest calls being bought, guys, is a wild, wild west. Buyer pins 919 2025 38 calls for 49 cents. Meta down 5, SOSX down, Soxel down 45 cents. Nvidia with earnings this week. AMD up $2 today. Apple down $2 today. Oil down $1. The VIX is higher today. No entries, no exits. This is the stocks that I have positions on. As you can see here, basically everything's green besides KGS. You know, with the market down, that's good, obviously. KGS, I'm looking to buy calls. That'd be a 10 out of 10 signal on those October 40s. 30 cents. I would love those at 30 cents. Sound should be good here. Palantir 7 puts, Meta 687.5 calls. You know, the more I don't know what a stock does, the more I want to take the trade. GTES, the 26th is in October. GTES, October 26th. This is Gates International. Really interesting order here. GTES 26 is the volatility looks pretty high on these. Etsy will be a buy in the next candlestick if it's a bull candle. GTES, guys, GTES here. Doesn't really move much. I'm not taking these. There's no way I take these here, guys. So option hacker, buyer of GTES, 10/17, 2025, 26 calls for 125. So GTES, guys, you want to take these, you can. I am not going to participate with my money. GTES, guys. Yeah, they keep taking my screen away from me, so I keep trying to take it back. GTS 26, GTS 26s. I'm not going to participate in GTS 26s. Next Monday, we do have a day off work for Labor Day, so do not come into the room and wonder where AK is, because the room will be closed. Oh, that's not good. Trying here, guys. Hopefully the screen will be good here in a second. KGS here. Do I want to lower my bid from 30 cents? Ooh. I might lower my bid here to 25 in KGS. That's Kodiak Oil. So everything should be good again. The gremlins keep messing with me here. Stop it. I was trying to go to Sicily like 10 years ago. My friend's like, you understand there's no internet there? And now I'm starting to understand that there's no internet here. I'm in a 4-star hotel, too. So GTES calls, guys. October calls we bought in GTES. Those are interesting. I'm not taking that. Etsy candlestick closes here in a minute. KGS, I am bid here for a quarter. I lowered my bid in KGS from 30 to 25. That would be a 10 out of 10 signal. The target would be 35. BSJ is my biggest dollar. BSY is my biggest dollar round position, but they are December calls. The P&L today is pretty much flat. More calls being bought here in Dow Chemicals. I got to take these, guys. I got to take these in Dow. Every time they buy Dow calls in Dow, it never works. But these are the 9, 12, 27s here. They paid 29 cents. I'm going to try to get in at 25 here in Dow Chemical, guys. I'm going to try to buy $500 worth. Dow calls being bought. Filled at 25. Personal portfolio getting a trade here in Dow. DOW. DOW calls being bought, guys. Big buyer of 3,492. Live by the sword, die by the sword. I'm buying Dow calls. I don't care if I lose money. I'm risking $500. DOW, guys. Big buyer of calls here. I'm in at 25 cents. Personal portfolio about to get a trade here in Dow. Dow, guys, I'm in at 25. Target will be 37 in DOW, guys. Dow, 912, 2025, 27 calls, 29 cents. I'm putting a trade on for personal portfolio. If you're a personal portfolio member, you will get this trade here. So personal portfolio entry. And Dow, buy Dow, 912, 2025. 27 calls, 25 cents. Target, 37. Trying to get that 50% here. And we don't know what's going to happen, but I'm in Dow, guys. Personal portfolio entry in Dow. So Dow calls, guys. I'm in Dow calls for personal portfolio. You want to get in those? You can get those in those. I got in at 25. I might have got a good fill on those. Target moves $1 a day. Target will be 37 cents here. So the 25.30. Technically, I'm up in Dow. Took nice profits in Dole. I haven't seen where Dole's been lately. Dole hanging out at that level. So Dow, guys, calls in Dow. First trade for personal portfolio for the week. DOW. Nine, 12, 2025, 27 calls. Were the 27 calls? Let's look at these again. $27 calls at 25 centavos. Dow calls, guys. Dow calls. I'm in Dow calls. Dow. DOW calls, guys. DOW, I'm in calls. I'm trying to share the screen again. DOW calls. DOW calls, guys, in Dow. The 27s, 25 centavos. And I'll let you know if you guys lose audio, you lose the screen. That is not my fault. I'm in Sicily, and I guess the internet is no bueno in Sicily. It's no bueno, aka. I haven't been to Sicily that long, but it's always interesting. Yeah, I got in at Dow calls. I got in at 25 for personal portfolio. And they gave me a good fill at 25 cents. About $500 worth. And it's funny, like as Italians, they talk with their hands. And the mozzarella. And the mozzarella. And the pizza. And the Parmesan. It's kind of fun. So DOW, guys, new position for personal portfolio. INOQ calls being bought, hitting Moonshot Scanner. Yeah, it's not the greatest. Buyer of INOQ. 829, 2025, 42 calls for 47 cents. INOQ calls being bought. I'm not going to participate. Etsy just closed. Look at Etsy. Oh, Jason, welcome to the Tradier platform. You got in a Dow calls. Nice. Etsy will be a buy. Etsy will be a buy for RSI. Stop taking my screen from me. So Etsy is going to be a buy here. At 36.02. Stop loss is 54. Target 57 and 58. Etsy RSI buy. Etsy RSI buy, guys. Etsy RSI buy. This is the day trade. You take it, 15-minute oversold conditions. You buy. We have a bear candle followed by a bull candle reversal. You buy it. Your stop is under the low of the day by 50 cents. This has a 70% win rate year to date. So Etsy is a buy, guys. Etsy buy for signal of the week and RSI. The relative, the strength, the index. So Etsy buy, guys. Etsy's the buy, 56.02. And we'll see what happens. Win, lose, or draw, you take that off after the first 2 hours of the day. And Etsy. And I think that hearing my voice is more important than the screen anyways. So if you do lose the screen, that does happen. Dow getting a bid. Targets 37. 26.30 here. Theory up here in that one. KGS 30.45, 30.40. Have a target. I actually have a bid at 25. So Dow is my pick to click for the day. Took that trade for personal portfolio. 25 cents. Target will be 37. Etsy buy today. In the Etsy, 56. Stop loss 54. Targets 57 and 58. GoPro calls being bought. The limoncello. Would you like some limoncello? And we can give you some gelato. TDOC calls being bought. TDOC being bought. Futures down a point. Here comes the sun. Do. SKE higher today. BSY higher today. BJRI higher today. Teledoc calls being bought in the Teledoc. Teledoc calls being bought, guys. Teledoc calls being bought in Teledoc. Not taking these here in the Teledoc. Dow, I like Dow and GTS the most. We had a buy in Etsy. So 2 official signals for today. Dow for personal portfolio and Etsy for RSI, the relative, the strength, the index. $6,000 calls being bought in KNX. Wow. Oh my God, I gotta buy these. KNX calls, guys. We're going to have a signal here in KNX. I'm going to try to get him at 45. I don't think I'll get him at 45. 45? Nope. 50. KNX, 6,000 calls being bought here. It's only traded 500,000 shares of stock. KNX, September calls being bought, guys. They paid 55 cents. In at 54. 10,000 trading here in KNX, guys. KNX, someone's getting a signal. I think it's going to be 10 out of 10 getting a signal in KNX, guys. KNX, guys. We're going to take a signal here in KNX. KNX, 10,000 calls being bought in KNX. 55 cents on the 47.5. KNX, official signal here for 10 out of 10, guys. KNX, official signal here, 55 cents. If you did get in those, you can always add those scanners to your membership. 10 out of 10 entry in KNX. So KNX is official entry here in KNX. 10 out of 10. Buy KNX 919 2025. And those are the KNX. Let me get the official signal. Those are the 47.5 calls. KNX, guys. Official signal at 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 entry in KNX. KNX, guys. 10 out of 10 entry. 10 out of 10 entry. Exit will be 80. So KNX, new signal. 3 signals today, guys, in KNX. KNX, official signal. Target will be 80 cents. 10,000 calls being bought. We send this out, and we're going to send an ATM out too. So we have 4 official signals in the first hour of the day, which is a lot. KNX, Etsy, and what was the other one? KNX entry, guys, in KNX. This is how we do it. KNX, buy of the 47.5. 55 cents for 10 out of 10. September, 47.5. Night Swift Transportation. $10 out of 10 entry, guys. And at 55 cents. I was trying to get in at 45 cents. That would have been nice. I'd already be taking profits off today. They didn't film me, though. So I had to pay 55. The entry was at 55, too, though, so that's fine. So KNX, guys. KNX, in it to win it. Huge calls at KNX. Calls moves $1.43 today. It's already moved $1 today. 60.65 on these calls. Have a target at 80 cents. So KNX in it. I'm going to try to sell a put spread out for ATM. That should be my 4th entry of the day. KNX selling some put spreads. ATM Weekly Money Machine getting a trade. 4 signals today. Welcome to Sicily. I was sending signals from the ferry yesterday from Malta to Sicily. Sell KNX 919, 2025, 45, 42.5 put spread for 115 credit. Sell to open the 45 put. Buy to open the 42.5 put. So KNX, ATM Weekly Money Machine. 4 signals so far today, guys, in just 40 minutes. So let me send this out to subscribers. You do run, run, run. You do run, run. Do run, run is my favorite signal to trade. I can't be buying it here, though. I mean, the market on run is just crazy. To 16, it went from 5 to 16. All of a sudden, they like the energy names. So KNX is the pick to click. KNX is the pick to click. Click, 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 and the pick to click. KNX, guys. My number 1 signal today is KNX. Yesterday's BSY. KNX raging here. You can still get them at 65 P&L up on the day. Say it ain't so. Whoa, whoa. BRBR 40s trading here now. Billibrand. I'm going to try to buy the 42.5s here for 55. I've made money on this stock before. Billibrand, guys, I'm trying to buy the 42.5s for 55. Filled at 55. Target will be 75. BRBR, I'm buying the 42.5s for 55. Target will be, let's do 80. I'm going to go 45 bid now. BRBR, guys, 42.5s. And at 55 cents, Alpha Shark Plus getting us. No. BRBR, guys. BRBR. We are the nation. So BRBR, guys. Signal for Alpha Shark Plus. Now their trade. 5th signal of the day. Buy BRBR 919, 2025, 42.5 calls for 55 cents. Target will be 80. And I'm going to change my, I have a bid in here. I'm going to change that bid. I have a 45 bid. So BRBR, guys, buying calls for Alpha Shark Plus. BRBR, guys, in at 55. Might have paid a little too much for those. Run November calls being bought. So another entry, guys, the Alpha Shark Plus. Fifth entry of the day. No exits so far. That's fun. You get them at 55 right here, right now. BRBR 42.5, guys. 20,000 is open interest here. So instead of buying the 40s, we saw a big buyer of the 40s. I'm buying the 42.5s. 15 minutes ago, 5 entries of the day. More profits again, guys. P&L on the high of the year. Cannot make that stuff up, AK. Alpha Shark Plus entry now. KNX beast mode. So at 65 here. Surprisingly so, 65. P&L up on the day again. Made money yesterday. HL, Heckler trading here. Do. Etsy's a loser. Dow up on the day. Dow target 37. They're 28. They're 26.30 here in Dow. NTNX up 87 cents. KNX moving higher. IMAX higher. BRBR. We've got a nation. BJRI, my offer is 45 here. They're 30 bid. Some more good signals today, guys. Hopefully you're taking advantage of AK in Sicily. Gauge is up 2. AKRO higher. BJRI higher. BRBR higher. PSY higher. Cortestata higher. I need HNRG to move up. KNX bid. Those calls are 65.70 now. I'm at 80. 11,000 KNX calls being bought. 11,000. KNX have a $2,000 of risk on that trade. KGS coming back up a little bit. Kodiak, gas and oil. I'm moving my KGS calls back up to 30. Now the stock is starting to rally. NBIS calls being bought. Not taking these guys in NBIS on Option Hacker. NBIS calls being bought. So this week we only have 2 more days together after today, Wednesday and Thursday. AK does not run the room on Friday. And then next Monday will be off. So 3 days this week, 3 days next week for AK. Oh, KNX 65.70. Let's go. Let's go. Shaking a baby now, shaking a baby. Twist and shout. Come on, baby now. KNX bid. Stock was $1.44 today. They're buying the 47.5. 5 entries today, guys. Count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 entries. KNX is just trading 45.60 a couple of days ago. So about 10 more minutes to go, guys. 5 official signals today. SOS X 660. It is gorgeous in Sicily. It is hot. Med up on the day. Intel down 30 cents. Frog now down on the day. Frogger. KNX 6065. KGS is my biggest loser of the day. Corsair is my second biggest loser of the day. Corsair is marking a nickel now. I don't even want to buy them for a nickel. BRBR about calls. BJRI on calls. BJRI on fire now. They're 30-40 here on these calls. That's crazy. Saga's traded 62,000 shares so far today. 9 minutes to go. Let me grab some water here, guys, and I'll take you through the last 9 minutes of the day. Coinbase down to 300. Futures bid. Bid, and a bid. Etsy's actually a loser today. KNX making another move higher. NTNX have an offer out. SKE have an offer out. Futures were down 26 yesterday. When I'm on a plane, I drink soda water. BSI up a little bit. BRBR higher. At the money, Stratos implying a 17-point move between now and the end of the day in either direction. SKE have a target offer of 160 on January upside to calls. Bought them yesterday. They're not really moving at all. Futures at 475. Got 5 minutes together, and then Piotr will take you through the next portion of the day. The trading room is closed on Monday. Biggest winner of the day is CNX. Biggest loser of the day is KGS. Macy's calls being bought weekly. 14s and Macy's. Basically, weekly 14s trading here. They do have earnings this week. 2,500 trade here. 13 cents. Good thing I got out of EH. EH is getting crushed today. I had those OCT 23s. Sold those all out. I actually thought they had earnings. The stock did pop that one day. OCT 23s are 15.20. I would not be buying those at all. Macy's hitting our penny spike scanner, guys, and Macy's. Macy's calls being bought, guys. Macy's calls being bought. Macy's calls being bought. Futures down 26 yesterday, up 6 today. KNX, 60, 70 here. 11,000 trading here. Night swift transportation. HNRG 1525. It's fine. Run calls being bought. This is a big position in November. Could be against stock. I'm not taking run here. Run. You do run. You do run. So run calls being bought here. They won't let me bet on sports in Sicily. I can't bet on any sports in Sicily. T-Fin. What is T-Fin? Nova 70s. T-Fin, Nova 70s. Trumpet Finance. Volume less than open interest. Volume, how many contracts traded today? Open interest, how many exist before today? I'm always looking for volume to be greater than open interest, not volume less than open interest. KNX 6570 again. APO. I've traded APO before. One minute to play in the period. 5 signals today. 5 signals. Yesterday, I think we had 4 signals. All right, guys, that's it for my session today. Live from Sicily, aka in the building. Everybody have a great day. 5 new signals today, and you will get trades throughout the course of the day. If you remember any service, keep an eye on KNX. That's my number one pick to click. That's our 10 out of 10 signal. Thank you. Namaste. Be healthy, happy, and wealthy. I'll see everybody bright and early tomorrow. I apologize for the screen or any sound that I couldn't get. That just happens when you're in foreign countries. Thanks, everyone.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.